All right, well, I just wanted to make sure everything worked, but you guys can stop judging. I saw you guys with that judgership about the check engine light. I totally know it's on. I got a cracked exhaust and a stuck-in sensor that's right by the crack. So I have an air leak and a bad sensor that's basically rusted welded into the pipe. So I have to weld that stuff and then put a new sensor in. So stop your judging. I checked it on the scanner every week, and it's just the same sensor, so we're still good. Anyways, welcome to the channel. Today we're doing something cool. Dan from the podcast brought this event up that I didn't even know about, and I didn't even know that the place we're going existed. So anyways, we're going to Dan's. When we get to Dan's, I'm gonna let him tell you where we're going since he found out, and then taking you guys along. So, all right, here we go. Onward with an adventure. So Dan, where are we going?
We're going to the Packard Automobile Museum for, like, what is it, the 120th anniversary Harley bike show? I think it's their 24th annual Harley or motorcycle show. I don't know if it's always Harleys or not.
So this is a museum, so it's around for, I mean, this is like a year-long thing, but they have events.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the museum's open year-round. It's okay. I wasn't even aware it existed until it popped up.
I know, I didn't know anything about this until
Facebook the other day, and I'm like, oh, that looks cool.
Yeah, I didn't know about it until you mentioned it yesterday. So, all right, well, that's where we're going. We're going to the Packard Museum, which is having what did you say, 135th?
I think it's the 120th anniversary year of I don't know.
Of Harley-Davidson.
It's their 24th annual bike show.
Okay. All right, well, there we go. I was driving, so I couldn't hold the camera properly. I apologize. But yeah, that's where we're going. See you there.
Oh, I don't care. I'll punch somebody. I'll fight them. So arguably the worst years for Harley-Davidson are represented here. Well, you saw a couple of other ones before, but this definitely is when Harley took a different path, I guess you could say. Check this out. Next bike's got a great bluegrass song written about it. I guess it's just an older song, but a lot of bluegrass guys do it. Can you guess what it is? I'll give you 1, 2, 3. Nope. Vincent Black Shadow. Oh yeah. All right, all you guys that know bikes, what's missing? All right, so actually, I might be wrong. It might not be missing a chain. Let's look at this again. Hold on. All right, so we have a chain on this side, which we can't really get to. I guess that's why I didn't see it. And then on this side, we got another sprocket. Sans chain. So we're wondering maybe if it's a dual drive, like you flip the back wheel and add a piece of chain, and then you have a really low final drive. Interesting. Extra spare tires and tubes. So if you guys ever wondered what kind of chains that these old cars had, or if you're worried about your chain on your motorcycle, you don't have to be. Check this shit out. I've never seen this before. This is crazy. It's kind of hard to show it. Look at this thing. Like, look how big that chain is. That's insane. Dude, and each link is cotter pinned in. Wow, that is so cool. Dan, what did you say? How many cc's is this thing? Or how many inches?
184 cubic inches.
It's one
single cylinder.
And look at the flywheel. I don't know if we discussed this, but look at that flywheel. That's my hand. Wow, this is cool as hell.
All right, funny story about one of these bikes. I worked at a recording studio a bunch of years ago, and my boss was super rich. And he bought a Bourget chopper about that size, about a 13, 14 foot giant. It was called a Python. And he was scared to ride it, and it was brand new. So at the time, I had a company called Rider for Life. We did wheelies and sport bike stuff and everything. So we had a whole clothing line. And one of the big things that we were selling at the time was a t-shirt that ripped off the West Coast Choppers logo, but it said "fuck choppers" and had a dude doing a wheelie at the bottom. So there's huge bike nights in Cleveland, mostly Harleys and choppers and stuff, way back. It was like 2000. And so he was like, "Hey, can you put some miles on that bike for me?" No problem. So I took it down wearing my Fuck Choppers shirt with a giant chrome helmet with the big spike sticking off of it. That was pretty fun. That being said, the bike had a S&S 113 cubic inch motor, ran really well, it had plenty of power, but oh my God, man, you hit a 2-inch bump on a rigid that's that stretched and you're 5 feet in the air. It's scary. So, I don't know, if you like choppers, cool. Those ride like shit. So this back fender is called the bathtub, and I think you can tell why. And the sign says it was not popular with Americans. I wonder why. I kind of dig it. All right, so this pretty much, that's exactly what I always think of a traditional old school Indian. It's beautiful, man. If you ever have the means, I definitely suggest picking one out. Yeah, and so then Ralph Stanley developed this whole 3-finger thing for the banjo. No, I don't think she cares about bluegrass or motorcycles or anything I'm into. How you doing? Man, I get no love, not even a little bit. All right, so this bike is the big hubbub. It's the 1905 Harley-Davidson. Harley opened his doors in 1903, so this is only 2 years after they started building motorcycles, and apparently they only built 6 of these. And then to make this even cooler, it actually runs, so it's the oldest running Harley-Davidson in the world, apparently. How cool is that? And this happened by random. This is a good day. All right, well, from a call from Dan saying, hey, let's check this out, to having a great time, this museum is way cool. It's a little hidden gem in Warren, Ohio. There's so much cool stuff that I'm just gonna go ahead and throw together a montage so you can check out the rest of the stuff that's in the museum. But if you get an opportunity, definitely head out there. It's $10 to get in. It's in Warren, Ohio, and it's called the Packards Museum. And well worth a trip if it's within a couple hours for you. So, all right, hope you enjoy it. We're about to look at 2 bikes that if I have to tell you what they are, you're on the wrong channel. was the Packard Museum with the Harley-Davidson show. Dan, what'd you think?
Well, I don't know. It was kind of fun watching them chase you around, trying to get you out of the place for the last half hour. But, it was an awesome display. There's some really cool stuff in there.
You know what's crazy though, and I should have known better? What do you think a place with old motorcycles and old cars is going to have?
Probably some old guys who just want to talk.
Oh my God, man, I got sucked into some conversations, buddy. All right, well, that was fun. That was a good time. We're going home. You want to get something to eat?
Yeah.
All right, we're getting something to eat.